And I want to get your thoughts real quickly, and then I'll chip in. I want to get your thoughts on David Benavidez slugging out David Morrell. And the question I'm going to pull up at the bottom, is he ready for the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev too? The mic is yours.
I, I think he's ready for the winner of Crawford Pacquiao. I think that should be the Cinco de Mayo fight next year.
You mean Crawford Canelo?
Oh, excuse me, Crawford Canelo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that should be the Cinco de Mayo fight next year.
Pacquiao, long gone, brother. Long gone.
Yeah. Benavidez and Canelo. I think that's the fight, really.
No, I agree. And I think for me, you want to give any thoughts on the fight and what you liked about the fight over the weekend? What you thought about Benavidez' performance?
I mean, he does what he does every fight. There's no difference. Like it's time for him to get the bigger name and the bigger check. He clearly he is, if not the best, he is top two in the weight class. He showed it once again. I really want to see that next fight, and I think that's the Canelo fight. But yeah, he did what he does best every fight. He always looks amazing. The power, speed, he has all of the tools, and he shows it every fight.
Yeah, I agree. And look, I think he's ready. And the reason why I think he's ready is because he's shown the sport of boxing that it pays to take risks in the sport. For a long time in the sport of boxing, a lot of boxers have been following the Mayweather, blueprint of protecting the O. And, because the O obviously would lead to multiple O's in the bank account, right? Obviously, we all know that the sport of boxing is a business, and not taking risks pays well. But I also think taking risk pays well as well. And Benavidez is showing that with his approach, fighting Caleb Plant, whom a lot of people thought was risky at the time, following by Andrade, another risky fight. Canelo clearly didn't want to fight him in two weight divisions, okay? And then fighting the Cuban boxing talent and David Morrell, who he made pretty much easy work on. You look at Canelo's last four fights, it's been strategic. It's been about the bag. It's been a money grab. And you look at David's last four fights, and clearly David's last four opponents in general will probably beat Canelo's opponents with ease in general. So none of these fights that David Benavidez is taking right now is tune-up fights. Okay, he's handling his business. You look at the fight on Saturday night, he landed thunderous uppercuts. He attacked the body. He landed some good, Morrell landed some good counter shots, but if it was for a guy with a weak chin, he probably would have knocked out some of the guy. I thought Morrell landed some good counter shots, but David showed that he has a chin, and he was able to, do what he do. The pressure was too much. The pressure, the volume, and the combination punching allowed him to win this fight clearly. Now, that no risk it, no biscuit approach is going to land him a fight that pays well, which is going to be the winner of this fight, part two, Beterbiev and Bivol. And if, for example, let's say Bivol wins and there's going to be a third fight that's going to stall Benavidez getting that opportunity, or Beterbiev wins and he retires, he's 40 years old, then you're going to look at David Benavidez and he's going to have to take that Crawford approach where he dominates Crawford dominated the welterweight division, without Mayweather. Mayweather retired, so he was a new king in town, and obviously fighting a lot of fighters that a lot of people criticize him for, but he took over the division. And I think if he doesn't land the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol, then he's going to be able to do similar to what Crawford did at welterweight, at light heavyweight, and either way he still wins. And that's why I think taking risk pays off in the sport of boxing, and we need to appreciate that and see more of that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I would tell you this real quick, cousin. You saw that lack of experience from Morrell, though. David Morrell, he didn't have ring experience, and you can see it. Although he did land some good shots, but his lack of ring experience showed up.
I agree. And any last thoughts, man, on the fight on Canelo? Do you think Canelo's ducking David Benavidez? Is that a fight that you want to see? Obviously Canelo's fighting Crawford in September. They just agreed to that. What are your thoughts on how David fits into this picture?
I do want he deserved the fight. He's been deserving of the fight. Because like you said, he's not afraid to fight anybody, and he's basically taking on any challenger, which is what we want to see in boxing. We want to see guys actually get in the ring and fight. Now with Canelo, here's how Canelo can get fancy on everybody and swindle you, right? Because all right, who's the biggest draw in boxing right now for Canelo to fight? Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you're not going down to fight Terrence Crawford. You're not coming and meeting in the middle to fight Terrence Crawford. You got Terrence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. So that's how we get the swindle on. So it's like, all right, well, I'm not ducking nobody because I'm taking the best pound for pound fighter in Terrence Crawford, but I'm taking him at a disadvantage. I'm
Absolutely.
all in the situation right now. I'm giving myself the advantage so that I have the edge in this fight. Now, when you look at Benavidez, and I want you to go back to the Canelo Edgar Berlanga fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Berlanga did a hell of a job in the ring versus Canelo, but it gave me vibes of Canelo versus Mayweather, where he just didn't have the experience to
Absolutely.
really go toe to toe with Canelo Alvarez. So now we come back around to Benavidez, who I think who has that heart that Berlanga has, but also has the ring experience to really shake some things up, getting in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. That's why that's the fight, and that's why we haven't seen that fight yet.
No, I think that's perfectly laid out. Edgar Berlanga showed, for the lack of better, or for worse, what he isn't. He showed a lot of heart in that Canelo fight. Went the distance. A lot of people thought he was going to get knocked out. He didn't. He showed a lot of heart, and at times was going at Canelo. At times, during that fight. But you got a guy in Benavidez who we all know heart is not an issue. He comes with heart. Okay, so and then he comes with talent, and he comes with combination punching. Okay, and he knows how to put it together. So you combine that with his size, all those attributes that he possesses. There's a reason why Canelo is not fighting him, and that excuse is, oh, he doesn't sell. He haven't fought nobody. Well, he fought a lot of people. Nah.
But see, the thing, Canelo says that, but you fought Berlanga.
You fought Magia. Oh, and then another thing he said, because he always moving the goalposts. He disrespect me. That's not how you ask for a fight. So he got to kiss your toenails. Okay, you got to kiss your feet. Because Caleb Planton did that. He didn't do that. He was calling you out for taking PEDs. But you fought him. You gave him the opportunity. Again, moving the goalposts. And I understand why. Because we are living in El Muncho's world. And that's just what it is.
Clear.
And I will leave it there.
I said the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules.
Clear.
Exactly. And that's what it is. But I think Benavidez is going to be able to create his own lane in the sport of boxing. We're going to move on.
Please like and subscribe for all the up-to-date content. You've been slinging shows left and right, slinging content left and right. Please don't miss anything. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, or leave a question, something you may want to answer, something you may have. All ideas are great ideas. Nothing's a dumb question.